Alright traders, good morning and welcome back to Mouteki.com. It is Wednesday, May 26th, just around 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today we're going to look at the pound Japanese yen as a option plan A. Looking at the pound yen, what we can see on my 1 hour compression is a dominant line of supply here in the market. We can see dominant points in this market, 6 on my screen, that have created supply and resistance in this market. Furthermore, and what we can see has happened recently is we've seen a violation of the line of supply, thus signaling that demand is potentially in this market. Now, I'm on my 1 hour here, but what I want to also show is the 4 hour compression and just show exactly how strong the supply line is visual in higher compressions such as the 4 hour. Okay, you can definitely see that happening. You can see this violation that has occurred. Furthermore, taking this on to our 1 hour compression, what we talked about earlier, is the violation of supply that we've recently seen. Now what we have in here is an opportunity to analyze this on our smaller compression. So let's go ahead here and take it down to the 15 minute. And on the 15 minute, what you can see here is that I have 2 sets of fib expansions currently up. Now let's go ahead and pull these back and go ahead and do the analysis together here on this pair. Now remember, when I have the breach of supply or demand, I want to look at the movement that has created the violation, so that's what I'm going to do. And dominantly we can see here this is a start point in the market, and from here on out I can see that there's a nice clear movement in there, a pullback for retracement and continuation. So let's go ahead and grab that fib expansion and line up with levels of the market that have not yet been respected. So we can see here that the market has blown past the 161.8, so now we need to move on. Now we can see here that the market has done that once again, and adjusting to this level here, we can potentially see that this market has only paid out a 127.2. We've seen a retracement off that 127.2, and when we see that retracement and then we start to see price action, we start getting interested for an entry for that gap that the market has left here between the 127.2 and the 161.8. Notice how this market created 50% retracement in this area, and from here has found support and created trading north. Now what's further getting me interested in this movement is the potential that this will create a larger movement, and the potential, what I'm saying is that this is my entire initial movement at this point. So that's why earlier I had on this setup 2 sets of fib expansions. I'm going to place those once again. Now let's go ahead here and take a look at what I'm talking about. Now what we can see I've just created here is a 61.8 fib expansion overlap of this movement with a 161.8 fib expansion overlap of this movement. So what I would be looking here to get in on is a nice break of the 127.2. Okay, and from there I would stay in this entry, and I would not set my profit limits at this area here. What I would look for is for the market to blow past this and continue trading north for further expansion properties of the larger movement in here. Now if I see this market come in, take out my price, and then see a tremendous reversal off of that, then I will take the little bit of profit that is available in there. This is just around a 50 to 60 pip gap from the 127.2 to the 161.8. So again, what I would look to do is get my trade entry in on the analysis off of the smaller movement in here, which has paid out a 127.2. From there we've seen retracement. Okay, but overall, again, when I said I'm looking for dominantly is for this larger movement, and the reason why is because within this movement here I did not see respect of 61.8. I did not see respect of 100%. What I'm seeing here is just clear initial movement throughout here on this entire movement. So something's telling me from the analysis that I'm seeing in the smaller compression that this is going to be my initial movement right here, and then I'm going to look for larger payouts. But like I said, I want to get in on this entry, and I'm taking the smaller analysis here, the smaller movement, as an opportunity to do so, looking for a breach of the 127.2 profit level, and from there getting in with a minimum 161.8 in green that you can see being highlighted as my profit area that I will look for the market to continue trading past, above, or if I see a reversal, then I'll take my small profit available. But overall, I want to stay in this potentially to see this larger movement develop here, not only to that 100% but further up above for the completion of that 161.8. Now furthermore, when you take your crosshair and you measure that out, what you can see is that this movement is just around 620 pips, and if you remember that we have a 610 fib zone sitting at that level, so this would be one more reason why I'm looking for the market to come overall to this level here and looking for this to be my overall movement on the pair. So that's what we have on the pound yen. I will take an entry on the breach of the 127.2. Once again, keeping caution at the 161.8 level, but anticipating that this market will continue trading north for an overall payment to the fib expansions, completing here at the 161.8, which is conveniently overlapping with the 610 fib zone. Moving on here, what I want to talk about is the pairs that we saw yesterday, and furthermore the Aussie New Zealand that I covered recently on the blog. Now what you can see here is the movement that I've taken. Okay, what we're going off is the 100% fib expansion retracement in there. And then right here, when I saw this market violate that 100%, I took my first entry on the retracement, and then on price action I took my next entry, and from there on, once we had the market peak once again, I took my third entry, and that is how I manage my trade. And what you can see further below is that I have those 3 price entries taken below, and you can see those buys furthermore here that have lined up. And again, the reason that I've created 3 buys in this market were initially on the breach here of the 100%. Once we had that breach, we did see a retracement in here, and then we saw a nice movement north. Okay, retracement once again, solid price action in here. I took my entry at this point, my second entry, and then my third entry coming up above when the market clearly passed up above. So you can see that is how I've managed my trades. And furthermore, what you can see here is that I'm sitting very nicely close to that 161.8 payout that I'm looking for here on the movement. So that's what's on the Aussie New Zealand. And wrapping things up here, just take a look at this Euro Swiss franc. Remember, I attempted to take a short position on this setup yesterday. Where I took my short position was down in this area here. Okay, what I did is I saw a failure of the retracements of this movement that I was looking for, the potential movement north. And as you can see now, that we are completely just interested in the market traveling south. Now, a good point to have sold this would be at the breach here of this level for that 161.8 fib expansion. I did not take that opportunity because I'm currently heavily invested on the Aussie New Zealand, and I'm waiting to find an entry on the pound yen. But I just want to show here what happened yesterday on that sell that I took that gave me very nice profit. As I reached this level, I put my retracements, but we at the 61.8 retracement level, but we saw a full 100% retracement, as you can see here, 2 points where this market retraced to it, and from there is traveling south. So overall, the analysis was on, the stop loss placement was off, and we're looking here for an overall payment of the 161.8. So that's what we have today here at Mouteki.com. Just wanted to keep you up to date. Remember, our trade of the day is going to be looking here for an entry on the pound yen north. So with that said, folks, hope you all have a good morning here. Good luck and happy trading.